Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's story includes family problems, entitled people and quarrel between sisters and spouses. Let's start. Am I the idiot for declining being a godmother? My 29, female, sister, 32, female, is having a baby this May, and so far everything is healthy and going well. My sister has sadly had 4 miscarriages, and this is their rainbow baby. I think that's what they're called. I love my sister dearly, and she's been trying for a baby for years. My sister and I are best friends, and have been ever since we were small. I've helped with the baby shower, crib building, her husband was busy with the military and couldn't help at the time, making the nursery, and basically all the things. They're currently keeping the gender a surprise until delivery, and will also decide a name then, as well. Well, my fiancé, 30, female, and I have both decided that we want to be child-free, as we both like children, but we both don't want any. We do have 2 cats named Squish and Boulder, and they're the best. Anyways, my sister and her husband took my wife and I out to dinner, and asked if we could be the godparents to their child. My fiancé and I were honestly stunned, but after a very long and awkward pause I said no, and then hell broke loose. My sister didn't believe me at first, and then started crying and kept asking me why, to which I told her that my fiancé and I don't want kids, and in the event that something did happen to the both of them, we wouldn't know what to do. I told her that she knows we chose to be child-free, but she thought I would change my mind if it was my niece or nephew. I told her that she should choose people who want kids or already have them, and she got mad at me, and grabbed something from her purse and threw it at me. It was matching godmother shirts for my fiancé and I, and then they both started creating a commotion. Her husband called us selfish, and my sister would not stop crying, while saying I should know how important this was to her. Well, the restaurant eventually asked us to leave, to which we did, and my sister has been ignoring my phone calls and texts, and I feel terrible. My parents are staying out of it, but my brother is saying I should have just said yes. Am I the idiot? Edit, when I say godparents, I mean that they will designate us as the people who take guardianship over their child, if they both die. We would legally be their child's guardians. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I'm probably an a-hole because I really hurt my sister and her husband by declining being a godmother. I wasn't thinking about how they would feel or react. OP also gives more information in the comments. Why doesn't your brother volunteer? My brother has 6 kids, and is not as close with us. He's 7 years older than my sister and 10 years older than me. I would take them in, until I found guardians for them. I actually love them very much, I'm just not the right person to raise a child. They just said they have friends set up, just in case. My family isn't religious, but we do live in the States, and where I'm from, godparents usually mean the designated guardians that will take over guardianship of the kids if their current parents/guardians pass. Well, it's a delicate situation, but you're not the idiot OP, nor is your fiancé. You guys have decided not to have children. May this decision change in the future? Sure. But for now it still remains the same. And to accept this kind of responsibility, knowing that there is even a small chance that you could become the parents of their child, it would be unfair to everyone involved, especially for the child. But, if I were in OP's situation, would I have agreed to be the godmother? Yes. And even if I weren't the godmother of my nephew or niece, if it got to the point where it was needed for me to have their custody, I would. But that's just me. OP has every right to do what she thinks is the best for her life, and also for the child's life. And while I understand why her sister and brother-in-law would be hurt and angry about her decision, OP better be honest with them now, and they can make other plans. So that in the case, one day, God forbid, they need it, the kid will have the right people to take care of them. But either way, OP is not the idiot here. And what do you guys think about this situation? What advice would you give to OP? What would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Now let's read what the comments say. Not the idiot, you are choosing to be child-free. They are wrong for throwing a hissy fit about your choice. They need to find someone who is willing, that they trust. Better to be honest about what you want from the start, than deal with the after effects of a decision you didn't want to make. Also, I could understand it a lot more if OP were the only choice, no other family on either side. But there is at least a brother who is calling OP an a-hole. I guess he just volunteered to be a godparent. Everyone wants honesty, until you get it. Then you're the a-hole. OP, you are not the idiot. Not the idiot, sounds like they asked you as a courtesy, and expected you to be willing. You shouldn't ever agree to what you would be unwilling to do. Not the idiot, she asked, you said no. They should have a backup plan. No one is obligated to say yes to that kind of question. Not the idiot, why do people think those who want child-free lives will and should change their minds? I don't understand why people act that way. You let them know early enough to find someone else. Not the idiot, if it's not a commitment you're prepared to make, then you shouldn't be doing it. And what about you guys? Do you agree with the comments? Would you do the same as OP? Or would you accept your sister and brother-in-law's request just to make them happy? Even though you knew that if necessary, you wouldn't keep the child? So if it was you, then what would you do? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Oh, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for having my daughter do guy chores, and telling my wife to stop babying her? I am married to my wife, and have 4 stepkids. We have been together so long, that I consider them mine, and really, I am the only father figure they know. Bio dad is not involved at all, they all call me dad. Now the oldest is 15, and the youngest is 8. The 2 oldest are guys, and I taught both of them stereotypical guy chores, fixing cars, cutting grass, etc. I started teaching both of them when they were about 10. My daughter Annie just turned 11, when she turned 10, I did start teaching her more hands-off stuff, since she was small. She is bigger now and stronger, so we had our first lesson on cutting the grass, and how a lawnmower works. She did really well. I was a little worried that she would lose control of the mower, since she is still short, but my fears were unfounded. She did the whole yard, and I'm quite proud of her. My wife had a fit though. She got in an argument about teaching her guy chores. That she is too young, even though the other 2 kids started before she age. I told her that she needs to stop babying her, and that she needs to know how things work. But then she called me a jerk, and left. So, am I the idiot? Also, yes, the guys can do household chores. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. Am I the idiot for teaching my daughter guy chores and telling my wife to stop babying her? I may be a jerk, since it's not normal stuff to teach girls. OP also tell us. Info, have you also taught the boys how to cook and clean? I taught them laundry, my wife did the cooking lesson, I suck at it. We teach kids based on our strengths. Have you made certain that all kids spend the same time with all the chores? Do the guys have to do, quote, women's work? Or do the girls have to clean, babysit, cook and do outside work? Surveys show girls get more chores. Our chore chart is split evenly. It is random, so no one is doing the same thing. I will have to throw her in the grass rotation now. OP also shared this about his daughter. She actually started help when she was 10. Nothing crazy, but her being small sure helped getting to look under the car. She was a great help when we had a rattle. Bolt got knocked out. And he also says, no one wants to mow the lawn, still need to know how to do it. You never know where you will end up in life, and grass is everywhere. Well, clearly not the idiot, OP. OP has done nothing wrong. His daughter can only benefit from these lessons. He's not exploiting her or anything like that, just teaching her how to take care of herself. In my opinion, OP's wife is overreacting for no reason. Maybe she thinks girls and boys should do housework, but only boys should do manual labor, which is stupid. Well, I don't know, but OP definitely wasn't a jerk in this situation. He is just being a good dad. And what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think OP is in the wrong here? Or do you think he is doing the right thing? Now let's go to the comments. I wish my father had taught me, quote, guy chores. Not the idiot. Not having to depend on a man to do basic household stuff is a godsend. Not the idiot. Teaching girls how to change tires and fix plumbing issues, or mowing their own grass, is beneficial to them later in life. Not having to be reliant on a man. Teaching young men to do laundry, or sew, or teaching them how to cook, makes them better all-around people. Your wife is wrong, as she's willing to allow the girls to be reliant on men. A self-sufficient person is a more desirable person, and they'll have a better grasp on real adversity later in life. Not the idiot. Guy chores? Give me a break. Chores are chores, and everyone needs to know how to do all of them. Not the idiot, but I hope the boys are also being taught to cook and clean, and that household chores are split among them too. They need to know those things too. Not the idiot, you are teaching her how to manage her own household. I don't mow these days, but I absolutely can. And that matters. Just like boys need to be taught laundry and cooking, because they need the skills. Full stop. Gender roles are stupid, and set a lot of people up for trouble. Good job, OP. What about you? Do you agree with the comments? What advice would you give the OP? And what would you say to his wife? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.